Hi, everybody. So, 5 crazy fortune cookies here. I hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a rough day, weird day. My hair's floppy. It's rainy here, and I'm a little bit blotchy. So, I hope everybody's doing well. Jennifer W., are you still here? Give me a shout if you're still here. Shout, 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 shout. Oh, Jennifer, you were on at 5:04. Yipes. That was way early. I don't know if you're still here. So give me a holla, people. Let me know where you're coming from. We'll do some fun readings. Six fortune cookies viewing. So we'll start with news until you guys start telling me what you want to read. Oh, goodness. So, Chrissy McVie of Fleetwood Mac died at 79. Oh, that's such a bummer. Oh my gosh. She, after a short illness, passed away. Christine McVie. Oh, that's terrible. Harry and Meghan face disgusting, very real threats. Ex-counter-terror chief says. There's another one. 11 people. Shout out where you're coming in from, guys. Say hi to me. I look all buggy-eyed and like creepy. My skin looks terrible today. All right. There was drama outside the Christmas Story house with Yano Anaya, who played one of the boys. It was what was his name? Grover Dill, I think. Oh, Gregopedia can't hear me. He's heard my voice enough today. All right, so hi, lunatic. Hi, Sally. Hi, guys. So call it, guys. Call it what you want to see. Tarot Destiny. What do you want to hear? What are we reading on today? I think Jennifer W. left. She had asked for a reading earlier, but it was like 5 o'clock. I was still wrapping up my day job. Oh, hi, Jennifer W. You're still there. You will when you get home. Okay. All right. You can just put your comment in there. I'll read for you right now. Oh God, my hair looks atrocious. Looks atrocious. We'll do a tuck behind my ears today. All right. Eva, you wanna reading on the guy on the, what is it? Razor scooter? What was he doing? My girlfriend Eva had her boss rolling around the office today on like a light up scooter. Hi, Inderpreet. Oh, Eva, go on. I look good. It's just this good lighting. Hoverboard. Where do you work? Do you work for like Tom Hanks and Big? Like some crazy toy company. All right. So let's start with the low hanging fruit. We'll take a look at Harry and Meghan. So Meghan had her Indianapolis women's thing yesterday. She spoke in front of a large group of sloppy shuffle. Everybody drink. Hey, Carla. Hi and goodbye. I will see you later, darling. So, Interpret. I said it right. Yay! Score. So, let's see. So, all right. Meghan had her, I don't know, women's talk. There was a lot of sugars that were excited that she was going to be there. It was $500 a plate. They gave away wrapped candies and pictures of Harry and Meghan Meghan alone in picture frames. and her private plane landed in Indianapolis. I think they said at 5:45, and then or 5 o'clock, and she was on a plane out of there at 8:45 or something crazy like that. So she was like in and out. So it was supposed to be like an evening with the Duchess. So let's see how Ms. Markle is feeling about all the press that she's getting today. Let's see how she is feeling. And the body language guy is just having a blast with it. I love that guy. He is so cute. And he's a fellow cellist. So I love that he has his cello in the back of his shot now. So yes, Sally, we're gonna get there. That was my next thing we were gonna talk about, because I don't know. All right, so let's see how Meghan Markle is feeling today. Oh, let's put up our screen. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm having a crazy day. Oh, she thinks that the opinions are unfair and they're being doled out by people that are not in authority to give their opinion. That is what she's thinking. So we'll straighten that out. She's still the boss. So inappropriate comments about her event. She thinks that it's being judged by people who have no business judging her. People that are not in a position of authority. She's going to smile and wave, because this is the beginning of really great things for her, in her opinion. And there's no looking back. So this is kind of like a, my bad kind of situation. It's not like she's admitting that she did anything wrong, but she's like, yeah, whatever, it's my bad. Like, I just, I'm just going to keep moving forward. So she still thinks that she is the best of the best, and she's just going to leave the haters behind. That's really her opinion. So, Interpret, I'm going to look at, before we go on to the photos of the alleged Archie, let's take a look. There are some pictures of her. It looks like she's verbally attacking someone. She did have a face like thunder. I 100% love that saying, a face like thunder. I had a face like thunder all day. So it's rainy. Yeah, Eva, these are new cards. Believe it or not, I got these at TJ Maxx. They were just sitting on the shelf, and they read really well on the channel. But they're not the new cards that I got in the mail today. So I'll share all that with you when we get done with the Archie reading. I'll tell you what's going on. So let's see. Was she given that assistant? I want to say assistant. What for? Was she giving the assistant what for? Oh, once again, we're getting the same. Oh, these are the same cards. I love it when this happens. So, wow. All right. So, again, something went wrong here, and it's not her fault. It is not Meghan's fault that this thing went wrong. And she's just going to walk away from it, because this person is just completely incompetent. If I could ask anyone other than you, I would do it. She said that. So she's still got this very haughty position. In the end, she did get what she wanted out of that person. Whatever she was demanding that they do, or whatever she was chastising them for, she absolutely. Hi, Penny. We're reading on Meghan and her drama last night at that thing she was talking about. Hi, Sarah from wet and windy Boston. It's wet and windy here in New Jersey too. It's tremendously bad outside. So she still has this haughty position. This is not going to be the fruitful, beneficial seed that she's planting. Like, this is not moving into the future of plenty and whatnot. And under the surface, this argument, this poor treatment was because of insecurity. There's a lot of insecurity there. Hi, Amanda. All my favorites are here. Tarot Destiny, Eva, Henny. So, all right. So let's see. Hang on there, Tarot Destiny. I'm going to get to you, sweetie pie. Tell me which deck you want too. I've got all my decks here. I got a lot of decks. So let's take a look at this photograph. So if you haven't seen it, there is a picture. It looks like it's a screenshot from a Zoom. And it's a little boy. Looks similar to other little boys named Archie. And also Doria and Megan are both in it. Archie kind of looks like a deer in the headlights. Megan kind of looks like she's kind of scowling. And Doria's face is kind of like mushed in the picture a little bit. So is this the real Archie? Are we seeing the real Archie? Is this the child that they call their own? That's a yes. That's a yes. Huh. That is the child they call their own. So let's get a read on this kid. He didn't look really happy in the picture. None of them did. They didn't. The three of them did not look very happy in this picture. Oh, he's not happy. Oh, that's anxiety. So I don't know if you all heard, but there is a buzz about that he's been dismissed from nursery school because of the level of anxiety that he has, that this kid has a lot of anxiety. Now, I tend to stay away from like nosing around with like little baby kids because like, first of all, they're not fully formed in terms of their personality and in terms of agency over their lives. Of course, they don't have a great deal of agency over their lives when they're little. But this one, it seems like there's a lot of stress here. We're going to take a closer look at this. So if this really is their kid, like possibly this is some, I don't want to say genetic pain, but this could be like some spiritual stuff that's being brought over. So this is anxiety, not being able to formulate the words. Those of you that follow me, you know that I had a head injury when I was in my 20s, and I did have some language aphasia from it, and that's really frustrating. Language aphasia is, there is actually, people were talking about it because of Bruce Willis, but when I had the injury, language aphasia, you can see the word, you know the word you want to say, you can even write it sometimes, but you can't get your brain to get those words to come out of your mouth. So you can use like, it was like sofa, couch, and divan were like the three words that like I had some issues with, and I would have to like substitute. But I could write out, like I could write sofa, and it was no big deal. It was very interesting. One of the takeaways from my brain injury was that the world of neurology doesn't really know how the brain works. Like I was like, okay, so I have brain injury, fix it. And they were like, yeah, we can't really do that. So possibly we've got some expression issues here, because the Page of Swords is our communication card, and when he's in reverse, this is, I can't really get what I want to say out. I'm unable to. That could be because of an age thing, but it could be because of some other issues. He could be stifled environmentally or he could have some kind of organic problem going on. I don't know. I'm not that kind of person. But it looks like we've got a hard stop and not really moving forward, and this unhappy home here. So I'm wondering, are we seeing the effects of an unhappy home? Are we seeing the effects? Oh my. Are we seeing the effects of an unhappy home? And yeah, it looks like that. So Devil will talk about some substances. I do think that there's some substance. I don't think it's like the sniffy sniff that Lady Colin Campbell and everybody talks about. I think it's very garden variety. I think this is like a smoking issue, not a smoking issue, but a smoking issue. Do you think that this is an issue, whether it's edibles or combustibles? But I do think that was one of the draws of California. The prince in question was somebody who did partake in that. Historically, that was one of the issues that they had at Club H, which was Club Highgrove, the basement club that Harry and Wills had created at Highgrove while his father was still the Prince of Wales. So I think maybe some issues there. And I'm not a unfriendly 420 person. I'm not opposed to it, but some people that have addiction issues, like it doesn't matter. Like you could drink too much water, you could work out too much, you could it said best in Get Him to the Greek, oh gosh, I can't remember who the actress was, but Aldous Snow was Russell Brand, and she said when he got off DRUGS's, that he did yoga for 8 hours a day. She goes, you could turn anything into HERION. So I think there are certain personalities that can do that. Stephanie Belafano. All right, now it's a party. Hi, Cherie. So, and Francois, bonsoir, bonsoir. The other readers have said that I am not going to. I know, Stephanie, I look like somebody punched me in the face like 5 times. If I didn't have makeup on, I would look really ugly. So I'm not going to go as far as to say that he has special needs, because I do think that everyone is on some type of spectrum. Like I have very intense gifts for like reading and writing. I'm terrible at math. Like as far as math goes, like I am definitely special needs in math. So I'm not going to go into that, but it does look like this is that kid. This is the kid. I know, Stephanie, I'm terrible at math. I'm horrible at it. I use a calculator just to add a few numbers together. It's so sad. But I'm seeing that there's a lot of issues at home, and that he is not being protected from the drama at hand. So I don't know if like maybe there's a lot of screaming. We did, those of you that just popped in, we did do the face like thunder that Megan had, and she did look like she was yelling. And we did see her at Inskip's wedding where she was yelling at the waiter with a glass. So, I do think that she's a bit of a yeller. Now, I'm half Italian. I'm a yeller too. I will yell as needed. I will stamp my foot and freak out. Actually, my sister's the foot stamper, but I will yell. But that you have to kind of temper that down and not do that in front of small children. So that will set off a chain of anxiety. So underneath it all, it does not look like this is a happy childhood right now. And I do hazard to guess that if he is pulled out of preschool because of anxiety, that there's a good chance that he's being exposed to a bit too much drama. So that might be what's going on. So, all right. So let's hang on to this. Tarot Destiny, let me pull up thank you so much for your super stickers. You gave me 2. I don't know if you know that. So, all right. Now here's something fun. So I got some mail today. Here, I'm just gonna flip the screens just for a second. So I got a bunch of mail today. So you remember the invisible tarot that I got, the transparent tarot? So this is the companion tarot deck that goes with it. So I ordered that for myself. This was, I tell you guys, if you're going to be tipping me, I'm going to buy stuff with it. So here's a new deck. I'm not going to go through that. I will do a flip through during the week, and this one I'm going to do Saturday. I'll do a whole presentation on this, but Paula, you guys know her. She's usually on the channel. Paula actually designs tarot decks, and she sent me this. And she sent me affirmation cards too. So I'm going to do 2 separate videos. I'll put links to her Etsy shop for both of these. I'm really excited. So I just want to pop those up there. And I think this one's going to be in a rotation. Looks like a good deck. So, but I also, and I'm going to do, like I said, Saturday, I'll have a video for those. I also, am I opening this the right way? Oh, no, I'm not. So I got my Hay House subscription box, and there's a whole reason I'm doing this. Tarot Destiny. The box, this is from Hay House. I can put a link after the video. I'll do a link in the description. This is light. My light attracts light, and for this, it comes quarterly. So I got a Raise Your Vibration Oracle, and that's why I'm pulling this out, Tarot Destiny, because we're going to use that one a little bit. And there's also the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle, and there's an Oracle card journal in here too. So I'll probably do an unboxing as well, but we're going to use this for today. So we'll do an unboxing. I'll do an unboxing video for that. You guys can enjoy it. And where's my knife? This is crazy thing about my family. We have knives everywhere. So Gregopedia loves to collect knives. So I collect tarot cards. He collects knives and survival stuff. So let's see what we get in here. I'll flip my screens around again. And we're going to do a reading with tarot, but we're going to also take a look at one of these vibration cards. Raise your vibration. And I'll also use the messages from heaven, since you want to see if Grandma Frances has any messages for you. Why is this not opening? Need a knife again. I think that have a little extra seal on it. Maybe we'll do an unboxing for all the knives that I have too. All right. So we're going to just cut. Oh, look at this. This is a nice box. Vibe so high, your aura becomes magnets to blessings. That's nice. That is a nice thing. High vibes for me are high vibes for we. Ooh, I'm kind of digging this deck. All right, so let's pull just one of these out for you, darling. We'll just see if we get a message. So one of the things that I do, this is this little practical tip. Whenever I get a new deck, I always shuffle the snot out of it and repeat after me. I bind and banish all unclean spirits who seek to speak through these cards. I dedicate these cards to God and his or her or their truth. And I just do that a couple of times, and then I'll set them down with a crystal, let the crystal hang out. You know, how we get these cards to season to us is we're really imparting our energy, just like I talked about the china cabinet last night that we got, imparting my energy to that by cleaning it and fussing with it. We're going to do the same thing with the deck of cards. You can just, sit in front of a TV, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. You can just kind of flip through them, get to know them. So let's see what we get. 31 people. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you all here. Manifesting is my superpower. So that's first one for you, Tarot Destiny. And then, whoa! My light attracts light. So I just so you guys know, I actually did some tutoring. I shouldn't say tutoring, not tutoring. It's I did some coaching with Tarot Destiny privately, and like one of the things we talked about was bringing down the light, making sure that we're well protected before we do any kind of spiritual work. So interesting that we got the light. My high vibes heal the world. Now that is absolutely a true thing. So I'm going to be honest, I had a really crummy day. So I talked to Stephanie a little bit earlier. I had not a great day. But and I actually almost canceled this session because I was like, I just want to have a glass of wine and cry in my crybaby soup. And I did have actual soup for lunch, not crybaby soup, but I had actual soup. So I said, you know what? Like, no, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna bring that light down and I'm gonna come see my people. And I tell you guys all the time, it's my favorite part of the day. I love this part of my day. And I just want to show up for you guys. So I don't know if you guys can see, like my spirit is changing a little bit. I'm getting a little bit higher vibes. So that so far, like that's just like little inspiration. So we'll keep looking at those as we go on. But for your reading, let's tempt the fates. Let's do some sloppy shuffling over here. So we got the gold cards. So now, Tarot Destiny, I'm going to pull some cards, but I'm going to go deep on this one. And I'm going to call into all those angels, and I'm going to figure out what you need to do to increase your psychic gifts. Okay, so we're gonna have some cards here, but we're gonna do a lot of this just through energy. Gonna be a big fat energy reading for you. So all right, so this is kind of neat. So I'm actually going to close my eyes quite a bit on this. So just stick with me. I'm not looking at any more comments for a minute or two. So the energy within and around you with your psychic gifts and your illumination that is happening, there is a warmth to it. And so you really should tap into that warmth. So when you go to practice, whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, when you go to practice, and I actually have a one of those breakfast trays for my bed, and I actually like to do some work in bed, pulling some cards, doing some work on there. It's not a great big area that I can do readings, but I'll do my own private work there. I don't read for clients there, of course, but when I do that, I will get some bodily sensations. There's a warmth, a fiery feeling that's going to come over you. And one of the things is that you should really tap into that. You're very, very well grounded, and you have a very good sense of the terrestrial. You kind of can find the boundaries of your physical self. It's that this fiery spiritual self that is sometimes a little bit alarming to you, because when we get into those energetic readings, when we get into the ethereal, when we get beyond the terrestrial self and we start to get into this spiritual body we are, because again, remember, this is just a big meat puppet that we're wearing. Like, we're energy inside of this. You don't have a body, you're just existing in a body. So when you lose that physical body because of how well grounded you are, it's a little disconcerting to you. So if you were to like astrally project, if you were to do a meditation, astrally project, you would get a little bit nervous and you'd want to jump right back into your body. This is telling me that that's part of your process. Part of your process is going to be getting very comfortable with getting out of your physical body. Now, everybody gets really scared. And the first time I astrally projected, I like scared the snot out of myself. I was like, oh my God. Even my husband, Gregopedia, he had an episode when he was a kid. And he held his breath until he passed out and he saw himself from above. That's astrally projecting. That's you stepping outside of your body and having an outer body experience. So everybody kind of gets nervous about that. Now the reality is that inside, I'm doing this physically, but my energetic self is doing this too. So you have to understand that you don't lose control when you leave that physical body. What you're going to do is you just have to kind of learn how to work it differently. So I would have a recurring dream. I still have it periodically, and I'm floating in the air, and I'm trying to swim through the air and I'm not getting anywhere. Like I'm trying to swim, like doing the crawl, like a freestyle stroke, and I'm not getting anywhere. But I do get somewhere when I swim breaststroke. So that's kind of the difference here, is that you have to you have to figure out how that energetic spirit of self is going to function in the energetic field. I know this is like a little bit deep. I hope I'm not gone too far, but this is your trust fall. You have to get really comfortable with leaving your body behind. I definitely say practice a little bit of astral projection. I know we talked a little bit about Dick Sutphin, and everybody who follows my channel knows that I'm a huge fan of the late Dick Sutphin, who is or was an amazing hypnotist. He had had some issues where they weren't selling products because his identity had been stolen, and there was a whole legal thing. But just in the last couple of years, his widow has straightened that out. The website is back up. Dick, D-I-C-K, Sutphin, S-U-T-P-H-E-N. I think it's like Sedona products or something like that. But he was out of like Sedona, Arizona. So he has an astral projection hypnosis. You can either get the audio one. I think you can get it on Audible if you have Audible. Or you can go to his website, dicksutphin.com, and get the DVD. The DVD is mind-blowing. He's got a whole bunch of DVDs. Past life regression one is unbelievable. But for your purposes here, Tarot Destiny, I would say get the astral projection one, because you need to kind of leave that body behind and get comfortable coming and going. So that's something that's going to flex your psychic gifts. That's going to get you into the ether and let you get more comfortable being out there. And you're going to find you get a lot of information once you're out there. So definitely start to have that experience. You are well grounded. You don't have to worry. You're going to come back to your body. So, this is, again, trust fall. You gotta fall back and let it happen. So that is absolutely what I would do. You are through the tougher parts of coming to terms with having these different gifts and how they're going to affect you and how they're going to affect your life. So now it's like kind of figuring out, like if you were a professional sports person, this would be like, you're really good at what you do. And you just have to figure out like what kind of bat you really like, what kind of shoes you really like, what kind of glove you really like. So you just have to kind of experiment with what's going to work best for you. I think you will find that it's not just tarot that works for you. And that's like something with some of my students that do study tarot. They're like, oh, like tarot's not really my thing. Like I'm really good at scrying. Those of you that follow my channel know that I have this lovely crystal ball with Squiddy, and I am terrible at scrying because I can't sit still for very long. I'm not like really good at like just sitting and meditating. I'm just not very good at it. So I'm a more active person, you know, shuffling the cards, doing this kind of stuff, throwing them bones, you know, that works a little bit better for me. But I think you may find that, you know, if you sit and explore a little in the ether, you're going to find some different skills that you have that maybe are more forthcoming, a little bit easier, you know, for you to pull that information out. So, and to be sure, you know, like I can do mediumship, like just without the cards. I don't need the cards, but you guys don't want to just stare at my face. You know, we have all these fun cards here, so this is a good time, and we get to do the sloppy shuffle. So, so that I hope that helps. Definitely, I feel like you need to step out of the physical a little bit. God, my hair is like really, it's like banging out over here. So now let's do this one. Let's do some messages from heaven. Let's see if we get some messages. Oh, this is a flip box because I can't read directions. So just see if we can get some casual messages, and then we'll see if anything else comes through intuitively. That was a sloppy shuffle. Everybody drink. Okay, so straight messaging here. Give yourself time. Be kind to yourself and heal in your own way. Take time to pamper yourself and let others take care of you. And be creative. Look for ways to build, grow, and manifest. Now, intuitively, I'm getting some kind of a shawl thing going on here. I don't know if this is what she looked like, but like kind of, I want to say like kind of a bubble haircut. And it's light. I don't know if it's gray, but it's light. And she's someplace where there's like gently sloping mountains in the background, but like it's very watercolory. It's kind of like just like a heavy green, and water beyond that. And there's like a blue dress, blue kind of gingham checked, maybe blue check. I don't know. But there's this like little shawl that she has that, you know, she keeps kind of draping over her shoulders. Now, I don't know if you get some kind of a sensation, or if she would drape a shawl over you or over herself. It's very light. It's like a very white, really beautiful knit shawl kind of thing. So this is like a almost like a protection, like just kind of cleanse yourself and just kind of know that, you know, there's like this cuddling to it. It's not really sure. But it's a beautiful image. I don't know if any of that makes sense. But I definitely feel that it's the sensation that she's trying to, so you may feel that sensation, like hands on your shoulders, like kind of wrapping around you. You may be experiencing that. So that may be the message, that may be what she wants you to know, is that she is there to put her arms around you. So I hope that helped. I hope that made sense. All right. So hi, Deborah. Hi, welcome back. Okay. Okay, Stephanie, I got you. I got you. Stephanie, you're getting my cartoon deck for you, girl. Let me just get a little bit more better straightened out here. I got cards everywhere. Everybody hit that like button so we can get more people in the room. Get more people here to get readings. Spread some more light. Spread some more light. I need this. I need to fill my cup with light today. Right now it's just filled with water. Stephanie, what do you need to know for the rest of the week? We got to jump out. Two of Wands, making decisions about where you are headed. I know we talked about some things before, but let's see what we got. Oh, there's another jump out. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Put those jump outs there. And then we've got 5 of Pentacles. So nothing rash. You don't need to be on your own just yet. But out of the comfort zone, okay? Making choices, okay? So don't forge ahead on your own just yet. But making choices outside of your comfort zone, creating opportunities that are kind of fantasy opportunities for you are going to bring you an amazing amount of excitement. That is kind of a neat thing. This is, playing the safe route, going the safe route. Just for example, dating the guy who has a job and his own place and, is ready to settle down versus the super sexy, trailblazing vagabond who has a really great ass. So, choosing the exciting route is going to yield some interesting things. Now, it may be a bit trickier to get that to start, to kind of find something that's going to be a good fit. It may seem like it's too good to be true. You may be like, it may be good for now, but it might not be good for later. The risks that we take, the yield is sometimes exponential to the risks that we take, or I'm not sure how to say this. The opportunities that we may invite into our experience. So, I would not make any moves, but look at this says don't make any moves just yet. You're still, when we have the 2 of Wands, we're still thinking about it. When we have that 3 of Wands, we're still kind of thinking about it, trying to get into the position where we can manifest those things. So you're still thinking about it. You're not quite ready to forge off and make some changes, but start looking for the, like if you were going to plan a trip to, I don't know, Pittsburgh, but all of a sudden, like when you're booking that flight, I don't know, like who would go to Pittsburgh, but I'm sorry if anybody's from Pittsburgh, but like if you're planning a vacation to Pittsburgh, and while you were booking that, all of a sudden, like it pops up, like there's a ticket to Tokyo, round trip ticket to Tokyo for the same price. Like, good to get the Tokyo ticket, like buy that ticket. Like you should do that. So, that's something that's going to be very interesting because you're going to see these opportunities crop up. As far as I can tell, the opportunities that are going to crop up are not going to be fleeting. So whatever shows up on your radar, it will likely be there when you think about it and process that information and kind of digest it. So, that's definitely pretty cool. But Stephanie, I know we're going to do a private reading together, so we will talk a little bit more about that in our private reading. And those of you, if you want a longer private reading, there is a description in the, or there is a link in the description down below. You can get your own personal private reading with me, and we can sit and chat and hang out over Zoom. And that would be fun. that's the fun stuff I do during the day. I don't want to do dishes. So, all right. So Stephanie, I hope that helped out. And let's keep scrolling down. And interpret. Let's let me see. I think we're going to use this deck. So this was like the greatest thing I ever did. Like this little 3-story shelf here. I have all my decks. I mean, I have a bunch on the table, but I kind of like having the rest of them right next door. Gregopedia said he was going to get me a boom for the microphone so I could just kind of like lean over and not lean this way. All right, interpret. What do you need to know to squeeze the most juice out of the week? What's left of it? Whoops, sloppy shuffle. Everybody grab yourself a drink. Those of you that are new, every time I sloppy shuffle, grab a drink. So, interpret. You are not using, now I just had Tarot Destiny on here who is awakening and using all these intuitive gifts. You're not listening to your intuitive gifts enough. So one of the things that I teach my students is, we all have these insightful intuitive gifts, and it can be as simple as you hear a twig break as you're walking into your house and the hair on the back of your neck goes up, or you meet somebody and your stomach just kind of gets a little icky and you're like, oh god, like I don't know what's wrong with me. Those are all intuitive signs. Like our bodies will react to the intuition that we have. So you're not listening to the intuitive signs, and you're relying a bit too much on the practical, on the logical. So you're almost like forcing things to be logical. So, sometimes we have to let go of the logical mind. We have to go, like, you know what? Yeah, aliens might exist. Definitely kind of let go of that logical mind and see if you can let your spirit guide you. It doesn't have to be a Holy Spirit or an angelic spirit or dearly departed or anything like that. You can just kind of let your higher mind, your intuitive mind, kind of lead you down the road. The using that logical mind has not served you as well as you would like it to. Tapping into the intuitive mind is going to kind of move you in a different direction. And it's almost going to be speaking for you. There are things that pop up in your head. So in different situations, like you'll hear, you should say this. Like, some people think like, oh, I'm crazy, I'm hearing voices. But the things that are being said, like, oh, say this, say this, say this. They're actually going to make a lot of sense. So, if there are any missteps, if there are things that you're not able to manifest, if there are accomplishments that you're not able to make happen, perhaps listening to this intuitive mind may make those things kind of flow a little bit better, might give you a little bit of additional insight. So, I use my intuitive gifts all day long. I do set hours so that I'm not, tapped out at the end of the day, but you can use your intuitive gifts all day long. You can use them when you're driving. You can use them when you're in class. You can use them during exams. It does help out. So, and I've talked about this before, the online course I took with Lori Williams, with intuitivespecialist.com. You can take a controlled remote viewing class, same class that I took, is really cool. And she calls controlled remote viewing like the superpower of the future. And it's really pretty cool. You can actually sign up for a 3-day test course, and they give you like the basic skills of it. And you're going to be really surprised when you do they give you a target, and you have to a controlled remote viewing, like you basically are viewing things at a distance, and they will give you targets, and you go to them and you go see what's there. It's secret spy stuff. So at the end of the 3-day course, they give you a coordinate, and you have to intuitively figure it out what's in the picture, and you're going to freak out because like everybody does it, and then you come up with it. It's pretty neat. Oh, Penny likes scissors. And Eva, thank you so much, honey. You didn't have to do that. Hi, Serendip. M.A., you are a background stalker. I love that. I love that you're a background stalker. So which deck should we use for you? And you know what? Like, I just want to say, like, I am grateful for each and every one of you. Like, I've been friends for a really, really long time. She's actually the one who was like, yeah, you walked into the school, first day of school, when I transferred in. She was like, it's $0. And I like comment on that all the time. It's $0 when I was 15. But yeah, like, I look a lot different from right now from when I started the video. Like, I was a little banged up when I started the video, but this is, I love doing this. This is, I like helping people. I believe wholeheartedly in what I'm doing. I know that my messages are coming from really solid sources. So, I just want to help people make better decisions and bring a little magic into their life, bring a little mystery into their life. So sometimes find that elusive spouse. So let's get a life path reading here. So see if we can get you just kind of what your contract was. So I am a firm believer that when we start out, when we're preborn, we make a deal with the powers that be, and we decide what kind of challenges we're going to experience in this lifetime, what kind of things we're going to experience in this lifetime. I'm going to put one of these, an extra light on, because I'm just realizing it's not on. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a little bit better. I don't look quite so washed out. So we have a discussion about what we want to experience and what we want to accomplish in the new incarnation. So let's see what M's plan was for this. So we've got Ace of Wands in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Cups in reverse. So Ace of Wands in reverse means that you are going to be given what you need. You're not going to have to go forth and get what you need. So this is a lifetime where the experiences are going to be based on what is presented to you. Now that means like physical, and that means personally, like the people that are being brought into your life. So it's not like you have to go run around and go find the people that you're supposed to have the experience with. They're all going to be equipped for you. They're all going to be put right into your immediate immediate circle. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles is going to be this kind of rudderless connection to them. So I don't know if you do feel disconnected with some of the people and things in your life, like if you feel like there's something missing, because this tells me that possibly you feel like there's something missing. So we're going to go a little bit deeper on this. We're going to pull some more cards. I'm going to see, because I have a suspicion what's missing. Yep. Okay. All right. So I have an unpopular opinion about twin flames. So I know that a lot of people talk about twin flames, and essentially what that is like one soul that's split and you guys spend eternity trying to find each other. That seems like pretty bleak and kind of annoying. Like, I don't want to be chasing around my, dearly beloved. I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend a lifetime searching for them. What I believe is a little bit different. So I believe that the universe has a fabric of energy. So, imagine it's all woven like fabric, and we can connect to different entities, different energy sources, and we can experience those experiences through different energy channels just by tapping in. This is why, in my theory, everyone thinks that they were Marilyn Monroe in a past life, or everyone thinks that they were James Dean, or everyone thinks they were John Wayne, or Caesar, or whoever, like you can pick your celebrity. So I think that there is an entity that you have had several engagements with, let's put it that way, different incarnations, different manifestations of life, and that particular individual is not with you in this lifetime. So it feels like kind of a piece of a puzzle's missing. I don't know if you feel that way. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. The goal here is to learn to live without that. And I don't want to say it's a crutch. This other entity is a crutch, but this other entity was extraordinarily helpful in the last lifetime together. It was a tremendous support to you. So this is your lifetime where you are given what you're given, and you have to kind of learn to cope with it. You kind of have to learn how to captain that ship, and you don't want to captain the ship. That's the thing. You really just kind of like, oh God, I just wish somebody would like kind of give me a helping hand. I don't know if you have moments like that where you're like, I just wish somebody would help out and like, just, help me make this decision, or help me, move this couch, like whatever it may be. But, don't knock yourself out looking for this other entity, because that's the lesson of this lifetime. The lesson is that you have to learn to kind of be self-sufficient, spiritually self-sufficient. So let's pick these up, because that's what we got there. So now, what is the best course of action for your life? And like doing like a general lifetime spread, it's a little tricky. Because, in this format, because we're doing it so quickly and we're just doing, these little mini reads, but I'll do my best. So what is the best course of action? What is this lifetime going to kind of ride are you going on? Super cheerful and super contented. That's good. Okay. But again, still kind of looking for somebody to help you. And there she is again. And I shuffled the cards. These are the same cards. That happens all the time, It's one of the magic things of tarot. And there's the same one again. Could make this happen in Vegas if I tried. And we're going to put this one down here. So this, what this lifetime is all about, your best course of action, you're very happy. The discouragement is to stop looking from without. Really, this is about being self-sufficient in this lifetime. This really, really, really is the lesson that you have to embrace. You have to kind of do things on your own. You have to get used to hanging pictures on your own, that kind of thing. This doesn't mean that you're going to be alone. This just means that you have to flex and be able to do it alone. Do we have partners coming in the next year or two? Exposing yourself, but that's not like the bad kind of exposing yourself. Don't you worry. Not yet. Not yet. We don't have partners coming in the next year or anything like that. You really are kind of, there's this element of putting yourself out there, becoming aware of the greater universe. And it's just kind of like, man, I don't really want to go out there. And I see that with a lot of people post pandemic. Like, me personally, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go out to dinner. Not even with Gregopedia. Like, I just, I'm perfectly content at home. We'll make food at home. We got food here. There's no point in going out. I just don't even want to deal with the public anymore. Like, we have a very good life here, and we're very happy together. So at least I think we are. Are we? He's not answering me. Are we happy, Greg? He's still not answering me. Oh boy, I guess I should be worried. No, he has headphones on. I self-sufficiency, yes. Being alone, let's see. So just be careful with that fool's endeavor. There's some people out there that they don't have our best our best in their mind. So be discriminating, be discerning about those individuals that you allow into your life, and move on quickly when you do get somebody who maybe is kind of a jerk. Use that higher mind right there and move on. This other entity that you relied on in the past life, they're not going to show up in this lifetime. So don't, be searching for them. And again, like I said, this isn't, the soulmate thing. Like, I don't want you to be like, oh, I don't have a soulmate. My soulmate's nowhere to be found. That's not really what's going on here. This is more of a, just a self-sufficiency thing. So like once you are fully self-sufficient, I think you'll start to see some more people come into your purview that are appealing. If there isn't someone already in your purview that is appealing. So I hope that was good. I don't know. I think so. So all right, we'll pull that off and we'll move on. If you want to talk about it further, you can always email me at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. No, Dick Sutphin. I gotta put that in here. Oh my God, Eva, you are too much. SUTPHEN. There you go, guys. So that's our guy right there. You wild girl. Serendipity, you had a tornado? Holy smoke. I hope everything's okay. Thanks, Tarot Destiny. I hope so. Yes, runes. I have runes. Yes, I like them. I don't love them. But Tarot Destiny, listen to Serendipity. She is amazingly intuitive. She's an amazing creature over there. So thanks, Eva. Oh, so Stephanie, yeah. So I go to Hay House, and I think it's called the card subscription box. It's so cool. It's I think it's like $29 a quarter or something like that. Absolutely get it. I think you can still order the original box. I got the first one was last season. This one I didn't even know it was shipping, so I'm super excited that it's here. Um oh, that's great, Tarot Destiny. I'm so glad that I got that. Okay, yeah, let's see if your dog has been. Did you not have dog tarot too? I actually think they're upstairs. But let's see. Let's see what we get. Father, Son, and the Bony Spirit. That's for dogs. Bony Spirit. So Aries says you are ready for a change of scenery, explore. So this is kind of neat. So Gregopedia and we lost our dog Bruno. He was scheduled to have the vet take care of him because he had kidney disease and was suffering for a little bit. But our cat Graham passed away suddenly at 3 o'clock in the morning the same day, the morning of us bringing Bruno to the vet. And so Greg had asked, we were talking about what we wanted for Christmas, and he was like, "Oh, I want a puppy." And Raven, you all know my Raven that's here. Raven needs a little bit more attention. So I told Greg, I said, one of the things is that it was Ronald Reagan said, the best way to get over a dog when you lose a dog is to get another one. But I agree with that. But I also think that sometimes our dogs will find us. So I told him, I said, we just want to focus on Raven for now, and the kittens and the cat and Pusheen. And I think that our new dog is going to come to us in the spring. I think we're going to have a spring puppy. So we'll see. I will keep you guys posted on that. I am a big fan of Rottweilers, but I don't think that I'm going to get another Rottweiler. So Danny. I'm just looking for the right deck. We're not going to use that one. Use my Llewellyn. This deck has labels on it. I use it to teach. So it just felt like this one was the one. So will you get the job you had the phone interview for? Doesn't look like it. That's Ace of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, and Judgment. I don't think you would have been happy there anyway. So I don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. Now, I don't know how long you've been looking for a job. I know a lot of people, they look for years until they, find this ideal position. But this looks like they're gonna pass on it. So, but I don't think that you would be very happy there. So, do you have something? Well, let's look at the heart of the matter. Ooh, Devil card. Heart of the matter. I think this is not a situation that you would want to be in. And under the surface, looks like it would have been a lot of work. It would have been like a lot more work than they had been advising. So let's see what's on the horizon for you. Let's see. And remember, guys, hit that like button so more people can see us out here, if you don't mind, on Facebook and or YouTube. there's something better that's going to be coming your way that's going to offer more longevity and also a better situation with a more stable employer, more stable position, but also something that has mobility within it. So that the next interviews that you start to do or the next jobs that you start to look for, make sure that it's something that's going to create scratch your creative itch, and also that it's a strong employer that's not going anywhere and something that has mobility. That should be one of your questions when you interview with them. Let's see if we get a timing card. Tarot's not great at timing. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which Pentacles can be years. They can be a little bit of a slower energy that we get there. But when we get into the Knights, this is about 12. This gives us a number 12. So we can either look at, 12 months, 12 weeks, it's a little bit more time. So just give it a little bit more time. Keep looking. It looks like that other position looks like you might have dodged a bullet. So I think that is not a bad thing. I hope that works for you. Thank you very much, darlings. So, okay, who else do we have here? Oh, Danny, you don't have to know which deck you want. Yeah, like when I do my readings, I do them on Zoom. So, if there's a particular deck that you like, you can say, "Hey, I like that deck," or you can just say, pick whatever deck I want. So, I hope that helped. So, thank you again. Anybody, there's a link in my description. You can either go to my website or just book straight through there. So, um, Stephanie, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. No, just, kind of get out of that comfort zone in terms of how you're looking. So, like kind of, like when you were looking at colleges, like you had reach colleges, like kind of look more at the reach items. So, thank you, Serendipity. You are my favorite. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah, you want some cards? Am I reading for you, sweetie pie? Here, I'll throw a few cards for you. Let me put that over here. This over here. I'll do this. Sarah, what do you need to know for the rest of your week? Thanks so much for loving my channel. I love this channel too. I never thought that I would be a YouTuber. I never, ever, ever thought this. But here I am. Here I am. So, Sarah, what do you need to know? What are the important things you need to know this week? So, sometimes we have to get out of the home to find our happiness. So, especially at the holidays, like we're so focused on getting things decorated and cleaned up, and guests are coming, and organizing like the schedules where we're taking time off from work, or we're doing things with the kids, or we're doing things with friends and friendsgiving and ornament exchanges and all that stuff. Sometimes we're so busy with that we don't tap into our home, and we don't plant our roots and ground ourselves at home. And so sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes we need to go back and kind of dig deep into, like, it's what animals, like crabs. I'm a Cancer, so crabs will like dig themselves into the sand. Like sometimes we need to dig ourselves into the sand. Sometimes we need to dig ourselves out of the sand and go to, heaven forbid, the mall. I am not a big fan of the mall. I always I walk into the mall, and this is like even like post menopause. So I like when I was a kid, I'd like walk into the mall, immediately sweating, like, oh, I've got jacket and I've got all this stuff, and like just really annoying. But sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes we need to get outside of that home base and kind of get a feel for the world out there. So that may be, and it kind of gives us a reset. I hate to say like the grass is greener. We see the experience that other people are having. and we kind of tap into that energy. But sometimes we need to do that to get back home and go, wow, it's like really great here. I do it all the time. Like I go and like go over to other people's houses and like feel like the energy is like scattered all over the place. I'm like, I gotta get home. So, it's funny. Like we rearranged the living room for the Christmas tree and everything, and my son said to me, "Oh, why do we have to rearrange everything?" I'm like, "Because we can't put a Christmas tree on top of furniture. Like, we just can't do that." So, maybe that's something that you need to do too. Maybe just kind of rearrange that energetic field in the house and just kind of, that's one of the things, like rearranging the furniture. It always feels new when you do that. Like sometimes it's just moving that energy around. So I hope that helped. And Danny, thank you so much, darling, for your super sticker. Danny, no, you know what I'm saying? We're all Marilyn. And truth, if you start to do some past life work, again, like I have no connection with Dick Satfin. I mean, other than like the creepy aunt. His past life regression stuff is really tremendous. It's really an amazing experience. The first few times, like you're a little uncomfortable, and then you go deeper and deeper every time you do it. He's got a great voice. The visuals on the DVD are amazing. The visuals help you go deeper too, and you can actually go and kind of tap in to these different celebrity lifetimes if you want. Like, it doesn't have to be your personal past life thing. You can go tap into others. So you get really good at it. And I wouldn't suggest like going and like tapping in on Sharon Tate's last day of her life, because that would not be fun. But you can certainly do that. It's pretty cool. And whether you believe it or not, it is what it is. So Stephanie, oh my goodness, GD, serious? Yeah, we'll get it. We'll do a reading together, sweetie pie. I think I still have availability last night. Hi, Eva. Eva's back. And Stephanie is booking to go to Belize. So for my European people that are on here, Stephanie's headed your way. And Danny was just there. Oh, that's great. So, hi, Tanya. And Facebook user. Oh, thanks, Tarot Destiny. Yeah, super fun. I love coaching, It not a fan of twin flames. Me either. It just seems so limiting. And I just don't think that the energetic experience is that limiting. I don't think that it's like you and you stay together, like I just don't think I think there's far more to tap into, so, which is my philosophy is a little bit disturbing, because every jerky boyfriend that I've ever had is energetically connected to me at some point. So that means that we're all energetically connected to Stalin and all these other terrible historical figures. So but if you start to do some of that past life stuff, you can kind of get a sense of like why some, not really why they did it, but how they kind of got from A to B. So have an interview with a boss for a lateral move in your company. Let me see what we got. Let's see what we get. Stick with me, Anne. I'm getting to you. I'm Ann Star. I'm almost to you. Whoa. So, Stephanie, I think I'm glowing because I turned on my other ring light. And I have this fabulous highlighter on. Maybe she's psychic. Maybe it's Maybelline. Sloppy shuffle. Everybody have a drink. Sloppy shuffle. Ice water. So, Interview with a former boss for a lateral move in your company. Let's see how that Friday conversation is going to go. Ooh, doesn't look like you want to do that either. Looks like it's not, there's not going to be any development there. So, Danny, I don't, do the interview. Interviews never hurt because they always kind of give you a sense of like, it's a practice for the next one, for like, it's an audition or not an audition, a rehearsal for the next audition. So, it looks like under the surface, it looks like the time has come for you to kind of move on from this place, that get to a place where there's more opportunity, where you can blossom and birth things. So this Empress is in reverse. It's not going to be an opportunity for you to make much of a dent or make much of a change. So I would keep looking without that company. Keep looking beyond the confines of that. So let's get over here. So Ann Starr coming in from Europe. Is there a future together? Which deck? Let's go back to my Llewellyn deck. All right. So, and I'm going to pull down your comment. So we've got the Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Star. So the Star tells me that yes, future looks good. This Seven of Swords, don't play any games with this. Okay. If you want to build a future, if you want to partner up with this guy, don't play any games. Don't, if he's playing games, I would kind of dial it back and let him kind of, get his things in order. Use, of course, intuition. This also is about asking the right questions. So the High Priestess has all the information that we need, but what we need to do is ask her the right questions to get the answers. So she's a little bit like the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland. But who are you? So really, just kind of keep. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So keep that in mind. If you get any nudges of intuition that say, hey, I should, kind of look into this. If there's, something weird, phone gets flipped over when it starts ringing, kind of keep track of that. But I do see that there potentially could be a future, but it would be, fortuitous and good. But with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, you always have to be aware that the Wheel of Fortune is always turning. Okay, so there's good, there's bad. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. So that's an American TV show theme. So I don't know if you get that, but always kind of know that this is not necessarily a situation that's going to be. The clouds open and the gods shine down and they go, yay, this is a great relationship. There may be some work that's involved and you may have some trials and tribulations. It's not like you're going to run off into the distance and go get married tomorrow. But keep in mind, sometimes we have to ask some questions. So there we go. I hope that helped. Kind of put these on the side again and let's go. Oh, you know what I want to do for you guys too? I will give you all a link. copy. And then we'll do a little pasty. And so that is the link to my scheduler. You should be able to copy and paste that right out of there. So Penny, that's you had some trouble with it. So let me see if I can get, how come it's not coming up as a hyperlink though? Oh, I can create a QR for that page. Neat. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why I can't do that. You know what I can do too? Copy link. And this is link for my 1 hour reading right here. Is that a hyperlink? I like hyperlinks. Hyperlinks. So no, Laura, we can see you. Hi. If you have a question, you can post it up. We can see Facebook comments too. Sorry, my bra straps are killing me today. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Carla. Oh, Laura. So, okay. Hang on. Hold that thought. Trying to figure out what deck we're going to use. No, not Naked Heart. I don't want to use that one. Sorry, guys. I can't find. There it is. Okay. All right, Laura. So let's see what you can do to help your sister. And I'm very sorry for your loss. That's terrible. If we can all show Laura a little bit of love, you guys throw up some flowers for her, please. Okay, so the best thing for you to know is that this grief is a process. We all know that. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. She obviously has really lost her footing. This is, a tremendous, tremendous loss. So 6 of Cups tells us to remember the things in the past. So, and I've talked about this before. My family comes from, a number of different religious backgrounds. My father's side of the family is Jewish. My mother's side is Christian. I prefer the Jewish tradition of sitting Shiva just because the healing process is really quite cathartic. You do have quite a bit of time to get from A to B, from losing someone to that healing process. And you do go through all of the stages of grief with your family surrounding you, different family members, different friends coming in to visit. The remembering will be very healing for her, but it's going to be painful. She is going to struggle with this. So the best thing you can do is be supportive, be there. I think she very much needs people to physically be with her. So one of the things I would say is kind of create a schedule with, of course, with her consent, and just kind of coordinate who's going to be there, who's going to help her, and get her to make dinner with them, have them bring over the ingredients and they will make dinner with her, have her maybe just cut the bread or cut the vegetables or whatever, get her to do things, to participate. She needs to kind of move. And she definitely needs a lot of support. She needs a lot of people there with her. The process, there will be healing. There is a process that she has to go through, unfortunately. It doesn't, and I don't mean to sound coarse or crass, but the process will not be as long as, for some other people that, lose their children. They really struggle for quite a long time. This is going to be, an appropriate amount of mourning and moving on. Maintaining the connectivity with her and maintaining those people that are supportive and loving of her is going to be really important. So, if you are the person who can kind of conduct setting up the schedule, so you have, cousin Mary hangs out with her on Wednesday. Her best friend Franny is going to go over there and bring, cucumber sandwiches for lunch, or whatever, that kind of planning. If you're the person who could do that, that's great. If there's somebody else who can be involved in it, that's great too. She's going to need those people that. So I'm a runner. I'm not lately because I'm old and chubby. But when I would run on the street, I would look at the telephone poles and I would just say, just got to get to the next telephone pole. I get to that next telephone pole. She's going to need some telephone poles to get her from A to B. And, I think having, not just somebody sitting there holding her hand, hey, I'm going to bring over lunch. We're going to make lunch together. We're going to make some sandwiches together, to get her to actually do things. Above all, we don't want her to sink into a chair. There's a chair that she could very easily sink into and just disappear into the cushion. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. But at the same time, you don't want to be ripping her out of the chair and helping her, forcing her through a process much quicker. I hope that does help. It gives you a little bit of guidance. Again, I'm very, very sorry. So, loss, when we lose someone, there are certain losses that are exciting, like you, lose, I don't know, a car, you have a car stolen. It just changes your energetic field. If you, lose a pet, that's another vacuum of energy in your life. When you lose people, it's very difficult. We have to resort all of our energies and we have to recollect ourselves and we have to deal with that loss. So, I do hope that helped. I can do a message from heaven as well for you. We'll pull one. We'll just pull one for Laura. I got two. For you. Two came out. Someone needs your support. Can you help them? We will guide you. It's exactly what I just said. Never forget that you are loved. Love never dies. So that is a clear message to me that you need to kind of pay it forward. As much as your sister loves you, you have to return that love now, with some care and attention to her. So, again, we all are very sorry for your loss. So, my blessings to you. And Star, I'll go back to you, sweetie pie. Let's see. Is there going to be a marriage for you guys? Now, just keep in mind, tarot reads the energy at the moment. So this could change. This is a guy who's thinking about it, Anne. This is a guy who's got some partnering up thoughts on his mind. So possibly, he's definitely thinking about it. So yeah, Penny, did that work? Did that link work? Ages. I ask for donations, but you can ask questions. You can ask questions. It is what it is. Oh. Thanks for putting up the flowers, guys. You guys are good eggs. Yes, Carla, I saw that so many actors and musicians are passing. Yeah, I did see that. All right. Hi, Jazz. I'm bringing out the big guns deck for you here. So actually, I want to give this a second to kind of settle. Let's do some Housewives Tarot for you. Let's see. We're talking about love. Talking about love. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, and I'm sorry. Hi, Jazz. Hang in there. So, Laura, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that helped, honey. I hope that helped. So, yeah, if you have any questions, you can always message me, fortunecookiestarot@gmail. Okay. God bless. All right. Jazz, let's see what's going on with your love life, honey bunny. Ooh, do you have a lot of suitors? I'm getting a lot of information right now. You got a lot of people that are interested in you. A lot of options. Are you not seeing them? You're staying home too much. I'm sorry. Stephanie, you can comment on this because I'm just like, what are you doing? Get out. You got to get out more. Honey, you have a lot of suitors. There's a lot of people that are interested in you. But you got to get out there. If people are asking you to go out, you got to go out. So, High Priestess, you definitely are sitting at home waiting for everything to come to you. You want that energy to flow to you. And the world is waiting for you out here. The Hierophant, it's in reverse, okay? This is the world that's waiting for you. So, too comfy at home. And I get it. I was just talking about this a little while ago. I don't know if you're on, but like since the pandemic, it's so easy to just stay at home. Like I don't even want to go out for a fancy meal. Like I just want to stay at home. Wearing my stretch pants and my Crocs. I literally literally I'm wearing Crocs. When I pre-pandemic, I was, heels and changing my bag every day kind of gal. And wow, like I have a purse closet upstairs. I don't even go in it anymore. It's really sad. I have a great collection too. But Queen of Pentacles, you're almost too grounded. You're almost too settled in what you're doing. And this Five of Cups, we're not seeing all of those options that are out there. You're kind of like, well, pickings are slim. Don't worry about that. You gotta get out on the ground. You gotta pound the pavement to see what's actually out there. So let's see, because there's a whole bunch of gentlemen out there. So you can't be too judgy, okay? So there's no Prince Charming that's going to be out there. And this is a little bit different from what I usually tell people when they come to me for, like, hey, what's going on in my love life? So I usually, this is how I found my husband. Even though I knew him my whole life. Two guy friends of mine broke up with my kid's dad, and I was like, I'm over 40 and I'm never gonna date anybody again because I'm old, and I'm way older now. Um, so two of my guy friends, they're two retired police officers. They came over and we were having some wine, and I was like, I'm never gonna date anybody. And they said, well, make a list, make a wish list, let's talk about it. I was like, I'm not going on any of those dating apps, and I just want, like, I want a matchmaker to, like, match me with somebody. Like, that's really what I want, like, I want, like, a personal reference. I don't want to, like, I'm too old to go to a bar. I have kids. Like, it's like a babysitter. It's like an $800 night to, like, pay for a babysitter and a Uber and drinks and dinner. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to go fishing. So they said make a wish list, and I made a wish list, and my husband, who I was already friends with, hit everything on that wish list except for two. One was I wanted him to have more tattoos than me, and he doesn't have any. And the other one, I can't remember what the other thing was, but obviously it wasn't a big deal because my husband is perfect and amazing. So Gregpedia, hands up for Gregpedia. So this is a little bit different. This is the opposite. This is you throwing out your list, whatever that list you have and that criteria you've got for a spouse. You got to check that out. And you're going to have some surprises. So, like, this is almost like an advent calendar where you open it up and you get the chocolate out, and you don't know what's going to be behind it. So if you throw out that wish list that you have, if you throw out the criteria that you have, you're going to see some other opportunities come up, and you're going to be very surprised at some of the candidates that show themselves. So, let's see, 6 of Wands, and you're going to see some frogs. I'm going to warn you. Okay, you got to kiss some frogs before you get to the prince. So, you'll see some frogs, but you're going to see there's a lot of choices out there. Just kind of tinker with that list a little bit. So, I hope that helps. I don't know if it's accurate. Any of you that I'm doing a reading for, chime in the comments. If I give you good reading, if I didn't give you a good reading, I want to know. I want to know the truth. I want to know if I'm hitting it. I want to know if I'm not hitting it. Sometimes psychically we're on fire, and sometimes we're not. So let's see. You are welcome, Anne. Oh, you're homebody. I called it. Okay. I've been to 2 parties and I'm tired. Me too. I literally have sweatpants on. I'm like in such a comfy outfit. There we go. Stephanie, you're killing me here. Overflowing loving dudes. You guys are great. This is super fun. Oh, good. Thanks, Em. Thanks. Thank you. I'm hitting it. All right. So, what next? What do we do next? We're on for like 2 hours. Pick a card, any card. So we could do pick a card reading. You guys want to do pick a card? Have some fun. Oh, Amanda. Look at you with the heavy duty questions. What deck do we use for this? We need like a dirty deck. What we got? I'm not going to use my housewives for that. No stinking way. Hang on. I don't want to use Curious Tarot either. Oh, hang on. I forgot. These are tarot decks too. Everyday Witch. Let me entertain you. Cute tarot. I'm going to be honest. I'm like, I don't want to sully any of my decks with this whole JE business. What is this one? Oh, Sugar Skull. We're not going to use that one. I'll debut that one of these days, guys. Having like a crazy deja vu right now. You know what? Let's use After Tarot. Oh, who said Naked Tarot? Yeah, that Naked Tarot. I guess I could use that. I could. You know what? Yeah, Penny, I'm taking you up on that. I'm gonna keep the After Tarot out, but we're gonna. I'm getting into a dangerous spot over here. I got cards everywhere, guys. Oh, please like, share, and subscribe so that I can do this full time. Where's After? Naked Heart. There we go. There we go. Oh, Jazz, thanks for subscribing. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I do Wednesday nights. I'm always live. Yay! And I try and do like a couple of other lives during the week too. Every other Friday, I do Dueling Tarot on my channel, and every other Friday we do it on Alicia Wicker's channel. So it's super fun. It's at 7:00 New York time. And it's the only tarot happy hour on the interwebs. So, all right, let's see. Is this list ever going to be public? Little selenite never hurt. All right. Oh, wait, Penny, you meant the Ellen Cannon Reed Naked Tarot. I pulled out the Naked Heart. This is my Johnny Depp deck. Close enough. Well, or should we do the Ellen Cannon Reed? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be crazy. Huh? Let's get fries. We're reading on JE, Greg. One card. Is this list going to see the light of day? The moon. All right. More specifically, the moon is still uncertain. We still have uncertainty here. But things are coming up from the from the depths. We're going to see things come up from the depths. I'm bringing Elon Musk into this. Stephanie, I know you love him. So is Muskie going to bring this out? Are we going to get this list? Okay. Oh boy. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm going to pull down this comment so you can see. Everybody loves Elon Musk. He's a maniac. So, Nine of Swords in this Ellen Cannon read, or as Penny calls it, the Naked Tarot, because there's naked people in it. The Nine of Swords is a very different energy from the Rider-Waite. So when the Nine of Swords comes up in the Rider-Waite, that's the gal that's not sleeping in the bed. She's sitting up. There's swords over her. But the Nine of Swords in this deck is more, when it's upright, is more of like the tension before you start a race, or the tension before you jump off the starting block, something like that, or before a duel. When it's in reverse, this is like almost an overconfidence in the ability and what you're going to be able to accomplish. And then we have this Tower in reverse, and the Tower in reverse, when we get that tower in the upright position, is usually some kind of cataclysmic change that we really don't have very much agency over. It's just something that kind of happens. When we get that Tower in reverse, that's something that we kind of do to hamstring ourselves. So Stephanie, the Nine of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck, I read is like tension and anxiety and just not really a great energy. But in this deck, it actually is a little bit different. And so this deck, it just reads like kind of that tension before we go, but there's almost like when it's upright, there's an empowerment behind it, like a preparedness for this tension, and it's like a tension that's going to go in a productive direction. This looks like overconfidence that, hey, I'm going to be successful and I'm going to pull this whole thing off, almost like a cockiness here. It's this Tower in reverse that's like the cockiness is the undoing, and something is going to blow up in his face. So I think if Elon tries to get involved in this and kind of is pushing out this kind of an information, and I'm totally getting like the laptop thing too, it mixed up in here. There's some laptop energy from the other one. So yeah, Stephanie, some decks read differently than others. Like some decks they have like a different vibe. Like there's 1,000,001 definitions for every card that we pull. I don't have my handy dandy oh, it's all the way over there. I can't get to it. So the Radiant Rider-Waite has a really good encyclopedic guidebook that goes with it. It's a big guidebook, and it has like, what it means in reverse and what it means for love and work and personal relationships. So you typically, when you start to learn tarot, you will latch onto one of those definitions for the cards, and you just kind of learn that way, and then eventually intuitively you start to pull more information. Intuitively, this Nine of Swords is very different read for me on this particular deck. And I have the same thing like with the Naked Heart Tarot, the one that I started with. There's a lot of cards in there that are a little bit different. They just have a little bit of a different vibe. So there's going to be, he's going to be on the wrong side of this cockiness. He's looks like he's going to get taken down. It's not going to be the kind of results that he wants. He's going to take a bunch of punches in this fight. Okay. So whatever this is, getting this information out, getting the list out, getting the laptop out, because I think that they're all kind of working together. It's going to be a fight. He's going to take some bruises. He's going to have a black eye, split lip, and then we're going to get illumination from this. So we'll get some information. So short story, I think we have to wait a little bit longer. Longer story, I think eventually we are going to see that list, and I think it's going to tie into that laptop that's been floating around out there that was at the repair shop. Do we want this information? I think we're going to get some names on that list that we're not really happy with. I know that there's rumored to be some people that were on that plane that I like very much, and I don't want to see them on that plane. So, I don't know how we're all going to feel. I think there are going to be some shocking moments when the list is actually revealed. So how long do we have to wait for this? See if it's going to be a year. Within a year. Do we have revelation within a year? No. No, patience. There's going to be a lot of struggles with this. There's going to be a lot of hold back. This bozo. I think we're going to see the one with the laptop kind of go off the rails a little bit. I think that's going to be one of our harbingers of revelation. So there's a lot of work that's going into place to keep these things quiet. Keeping the list quiet. And I've got this Queen of Cups in reverse. Feels a little bit, those of you that follow Dueling Tarot, feels a little bit like the Hag. She's a little bit involved in here. We have the universe closing up, and then celebration, happy home, kind of replacing things. And then this one is not seeing a successful endeavor. So I don't know if this is the Hag, but intuitively I'm getting the Hag. I think you all know who the Hag is. I don't know. I don't even know if we can put it in the comments. So HRC. Did I say what? Who said what? HRC. What? HRC. So there we go with that. So, I don't think we're going to see anything right away. I think maybe a little bit later. So, who's on private Puerto Rican property? Oh, your private Puerto Rican property. I think I got it. So all right. Anybody else? We're losing viewers. We had a bunch of people here, but everybody's probably getting dinner, getting settled down. That was a sloppy shuffle. Oh, that was delicious. No. Oh, this one. No, HRC. Not that one. That one I think is tucked away. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what's up with her. Let's see what's up with that one. What's going on with her? Is she singing like a bird? Does she have a lot of friends where she is now? Hi, Kevin Abbott. Tarot Destiny. I'm about fried too. Oh, she's not doing so well. So even though she is where she is, I think there's a lot of tales that are spinning. I think there's a lot of information. She's hopeful that that's going to be to her benefit, but the reality is that we're done. I think we are going to see some, possible endings for her, quite possibly. The Four of Swords is taking a rest and kind of closing yourself off and shutting down. So I'm wondering if this is what we're going to see. And then that Two of Cups is reunion, possibly her reunion on another side, possibly off the earth plane with the King of Swords, who I think is the guy who is our main topic. So I think that's something that we're going to see. Wondering if we've got this Justice overall. I'm wondering if that's going to be if this is going to be an assist, if someone's going to give her a hand with this and take her off the earth plane, because it looks like decisions are being made. Is it because she's talking? Is it because she's talking? It's because she is kind of going along with the information and trying to make things better. And she's not. She is making things worse for herself, because the people that are behind the scenes on this, our power brokers that are behind the scenes, are not thrilled with what she's saying. So she is not going to get the resolution and the results that she wants from the stories that she is telling. Ugh, I got to get off this topic because they're grossing me out. So, Pooja, just ask a question, darling. Just ask a question. Ask, and I will do a read. Woo! Slappy shuffle. Slappy shuffle. Everybody drink. Yes, I think so, Stephanie. I think that's good. I don't know. I don't think she's a terrifically great person, that lovely lady that we were just reading for. I don't think that she's a great person. But so, Pooja, type up your question. Hi, Hazelnut Gelato. That is like the best name that I've ever seen on this channel. Hazelnut Gelato. Who doesn't like hazelnut gelato? I'm wrapping it up, guys. So get your last questions in. I got to go make dinner. 7:30, doing it European style over here. It's a good name. Yes, you can still donate and ask question. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, selenite on that deck. So like, this is fun, guys. I labeled most of my cards, so I know what's what. I have them in all these boxes. Ah! My nose is itchy. You know, that's a good question. What am I having for dinner? I have like 4 things of HelloFresh. So I think I have there's like a chicken curry, coconut chicken curry, and I think there's some kind of chicken balsamic thing. I don't know. It depends on what everybody feels like. Celtic Rune! Woohoo! All right, hazelnut gelato. What deck are we going to use for you? What deck are we going to use for you? We're going to use this slippery golden deck. Because Celtic Rune just got here, so I got to get a couple of sloppy shuffles in for him. So Hazelnut, whenever I sloppy shuffle, whenever I drop my cards, which I do frequently, you can take a drink of your favorite beverage. I have everybody drink up to the sloppy shuffle. So what are JC's intentions toward you? Let's see how we do on this. So is he a bit of a sourpuss? Like, go get your juice. Go get your juice. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. So he's either a bit of a sourpuss, a little bit negative about some things, and he's again, like, no offense to him, to JC, a little bit of a stick in the mud here. Not somebody who wants to entertain other people's ideas. He's a terrible debater. not like if you ever like have a disagreement with him, like if he says that long-haired dogs are the best and you like short-haired dogs, like you are not going to win that argument with him. So little bit of a stick in the mud, little bit stubborn with his opinions here. He is a nice little cozy place to be. Okay. So, if you're doing, what is it, the Hajj that they do in Scandinavia, like during the winter, they, get cozy clothes and they like kind of hole up for the winter, like before I had responsibilities, I could do that. Can't do it anymore. I have too many responsibilities. But he's like a nice little cozy center of the universe. And he's open to having, but it's almost like he wants you to come to him. Doesn't want to have to go too far out of his immediate area. So little drinking, little smoking, little snuggling, little Netflix, that kind of vibe. So I don't think that he had this is the thing. I think his intentions are kind of like whatever happens. Like he's just like whatever's gonna go down is gonna go down as long as it goes my way. He's has some options. But he's not really exercising them. Like he's not a playa. He definitely doesn't feel like a playa. He doesn't have like a different girl like coming over every week or every weekend or every day. Sorry, that was my dog. She jumped up on the couch and she made a weird noise. So, he just seems like he's kind of content where he is and he's not looking to kind of up the stakes with anybody. He's not looking to get into a more heavy duty relationship. He's a little bit discontented at home though. Like he's like, let's have a good time at home. And then like he's there and he's like, yeah, I kind of wish it was a little bit more fun. So, it's not that, his company is not fun. It's just that it's not like, woo, fireworks going off. So, he actually would benefit from getting outside. He needs like a couple shots of espresso. He needs like a few espressos and like, hey, let's kind of go out there and, get some shit going on. So, he's going to be real hard to peel off the couch though. And I'm not saying that he's lazy. Because this is something that we see with a lot of people now post pandemic. Everybody's just kind of got real comfortable at home. They kind of set things up so home life was really good, and comfy and entertaining. So he kind of did that, and he's just like, yeah, he's kind of like me. Like, oh, what's the sense of going out? Like I have everything I need right here. Tarot cards galore. So, is this guy ready to settle down with somebody? Nah. As long as you would have to be more flexible. Okay. So you would kind of have to be like, okay, yeah, let's kind of do that. And you would also have to be the I don't know how old you are, but if you watch The Love Boat Julie, you'd have to be like the cruise director. So if you want to like kind of get him off that couch, like you're gonna have to come up with a plan. Like, hey, let's go do this really fun thing. Let's go skydiving. Let's go rock climbing. Let's go, look at Christmas lights. You can just sit in the passenger seat. So you're gonna have to kind of inspire him to get out with the planning. So, but I don't think he's a terrible guy. He's really comfortable. Like jump in the sack and get like a big fuzzy blanket and just kind of hang out there for the whole weekend. If you can do that, God bless you, go do it. If you're in that period of life where you could do, and you're laughing, am I getting it right? Is this right? Is he a video game and like have a smoke and a smile kind of guy? Like I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's gotten very, very comfortable. And he's very, very content. Doesn't see it's not broke. Why fix it? He's that kind of dude. So so you could be that special flower that makes him go outside. So he's a smoke guy. Yeah, I kind of got that. Sorry. Oh, we're 420 friendly, you know, it's okay. I found out that's a thing. That's a thing for dating websites. 420 friendly. One of my girlfriends is like, you know, she's on some of those. She was exploring it and she abandoned the idea. And she was like, yeah, like got on the phone with this guy and he's like, yeah, 420 friendly. And she was like, yeah, if you had to tell me that and we're in our 50s, like it means way too much to you. So I thought it was pretty funny. She was like, "Dude, what's going on?" So yeah. Oh, you guys can ask me questions too. So Sarah has a question up here. And do I shuffle my cards a certain amount of times? So when I first get a deck, I usually kind of consecrate them myself, and I said it before. You know, I'll shuffle. I don't know if you came in later. But I bind and banish all unclean spirits who wish to speak through these cards. I dedicate these cards to God and His truth. I just kind of repeat that a number of times. I'll waft them through some incense. Of course, I have a whole spectrum of crazy crystals from my good friend Alicia Wicker at aliciawicker.com. She also has a tarot channel, so follow her as well because we do dueling tarot on alternating Fridays at 7 o'clock on Fridays, which is 7 o'clock New York time on Fridays. But so I do that. And I have this box which is kind of out in the open, but I also have upstairs some boxes that I keep decks in, and I have a steamer trunk that I consecrated with just a little bit of oil and some holy water that my parents brought back from the River Jordan. So it's one of the nice things. Both my kids were baptized with it, so it's a small container. I'm kind of running out, but it is holy water from the River Jordan nonetheless. So that's always a good thing. But in between readings, I will kind of just shuffle them until they feel right, until they feel like they're clean. I also will do this and blow into them. I typically don't do that on the channel because it's kind of noisy in the microphone. Some people don't like it. So and then in between the readings, like I can't really show you what I have. Well, actually, you can. Look at this. So in between the readings, I have my decks lined up and I have crystals on top of them. So that just kind of resets the energy and cleans them out. The selenite, I definitely use for the heavier readings. And then I touch the selenite into the floor, onto the ground to discharge any negative energy that it absorbs. So, and I'll use the selenite myself, but the shuffling business. I almost named my channel Sloppy Shuffle because I do sloppy shuffle a lot. I have arthritis in my hands. I was a youthful gymnast, and I do play the cello. I don't play the cello now, but I did play it. So, my hands don't work that great, but I will shuffle them. Slipperier the decks are, the more likely I am to sloppy shuffle. And this one is a plastic coated deck. It's a wrinkle free deck. It's really cool. I have a link to this on my website. I'm on my website, fortunecookiestarot.com. I have links to the decks that I use, and they're Amazon links. So I do get a commission or a fee if you purchase through those, but I do like to make that available. And I have a whole series of flip throughs that I'm going to be doing pretty soon. So earlier in the program, I let everybody know Saturday I will have a video. One of my viewers creates tarot decks and oracle decks. So I am going to do a flip through for these, and I'll have the link to her page. So pretty excited. This is from one of my faithful viewers, Paula. So I'm very excited. They came all the way from England. So all right, guys, I think I am going to call it a night. You all have been terrific, and I really appreciate everybody being here. Stephanie, you are too much. You are too funny. So I'm going to take off this screen. But like I said, I had a pretty tough day. So I really appreciate you guys. You lift me up as much as I try and lift you up. Sally, I bring so much light. I needed this tonight. And that was like one of the things I was like, you know what? I'll just crawl in bed and I'll make dinner and have a glass of wine. And I'll just crawl in bed. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna turn this negative energy that I had all day into something positive, and I'm gonna help everybody out, and do what I can to give back to the universe. So we will be on Alicia's channel on Friday, but I do have another video coming out tomorrow. I think I have something scheduled for tomorrow. But hopefully I will see you all there. And again, if you guys want, there's a link in the description below. If you're out of my time zone, you can get an email reading. I'm more than happy to do that for you as well. So, you can, I send you a link to a video and you can watch it. You get to ask a few questions. But also you can always, if you really are out of my time zone and you want a private reading face-to-face, just email me at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com and I will figure something out. If I have to get up early in the morning here or I have to stay up super late on a weekend, I can do that. That is not a problem. So it's my favorite part of the day. I really appreciate you guys. Oh, Penny, I think I did a Brittany reading, didn't I? Did I do Brittany reading for tomorrow? Yeah, I think I did. I think Brittany's coming up tomorrow. Oh, that girl. Dang. Like, wow. I don't even know what to say. So she's kind of a mess. I'm following her on Instagram and like I'm kind of sorry that I am. But I saw a cool thing on YouTube. Somebody did a side by side of her and Marilyn Monroe, and it was kind of surprising how much they looked alike. I was like, oh, didn't realize that. It's pretty cool. Brittany's nose is a little bit different, but it was kind of surprising. So, all right, thank you everybody. I hope you all have a great night. Serendipity. I'm glad you guys are okay, batten down the hatches, and I will see you all soon. Bye.